am.
You're very golden. You're usually
Thank
much
you.
lighter than me. You're a little, you look like a little deep caramel going on.
My makeup artist did a little bronzer
Little
on me.
bronzer.
Yeah.
Girl, just when everyone thought the whole debate about Beyoncé bleaching her skin was finally buried, here it comes crawling back into the spotlight again. People are once more throwing shade, claiming the brown skin girl singer doesn't look as brown as she used to. And the drama is loud. Beyoncé was just living her best life, keeping it cute while posting some fresh pics in Levi's jeans after wrapping up her massive Cowboy Carter tour. But out of nowhere, conservatives jumped in like it was open season. They accused her of cultural appropriation, saying she's been gradually lightening her skin to the point of looking racially ambiguous. The internet went wild, and suddenly her father, Matthew Knowles, had to step in to defend his daughter because things were spiraling fast. It all sparked after Beyoncé dropped those photos rocking honey blonde hair, serving bombshell vibes in her Levi's campaign. That's when critics, mostly loud Republican voices, started accusing her of copying Marilyn Monroe and wanting to look like a white woman. But the wild part, he's been rocking that look for ages, so why act like it's brand new now? Turns out the fire may have been fueled by another ad, Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle denim campaign. People praised Sydney's so-called classic beauty, but others dragged the campaign, saying it pushed Eurocentric ideals. So when Beyoncé's blonde-haired campaign dropped, the same crowd that hyped Sydney instantly went for Beyoncé's jugular.
That's not Beyoncé's hair. It's not even Beyoncé's hair color for the listening audience. It's blonde platinum. It's obviously a wig. She does not have blonde platinum hair. It's mostly straightened. The breasts are enormous. The shape is extra curvy. She's got extreme makeup on, the big sort of glossed lips with the extra long fingernails. And it's not even trying to be natural beauty. And which Beyoncé is, in my view, a completely artificial creation. It's right on brand for her. She was made by Jay-Z.
They blasted her, claiming nobody ever talks about her whitewashing or her skin tone changes. But here's the thing, these rumors about Queen Bey supposedly losing melanin each year, they aren't new at all. Back in November 2023, during the premiere of her Renaissance tour film, fans already pointed out that her complexion looked noticeably different compared to past appearances. And once again, people are out here trying to turn her glow up into a controversy. And that's where Matthew Knowles slid in like a protective father ready to throw down for his daughter. He wasn't about to let folks rewrite the narrative about Beyoncé without stepping up. In a recent interview, he made it crystal clear that the bleaching rumors are straight up nonsense, stressing that Beyoncé's skin tone hasn't changed. What's changed is lighting, makeup, and how cameras capture different shades. But the way he delivered it, he sounded both frustrated and fed up, almost like he's been waiting for years to shut this down once and for all. He said, "I'm sick of people spreading lies about my child. Beyoncé has always been proud of her heritage, proud of her skin, and proud of her people."
If you want to learn a lot about a person, ask them how they feel about Beyoncé. Because people's opinion on Beyoncé will tell you everything that you need to know about them. People who don't like her cannot be trusted. Stay away from them.
That one line alone had the Bayhive buzzing because Matthew rarely gets this fired up in public anymore. Fans were quick to jump in and say, "See, if her own father is speaking out like this, y'all really need to let it go." But of course, the trolls didn't back down, and if anything, they doubled down. They started pulling up old photos, comparing her Destiny's Child era complexion to her more recent looks, saying things like, "It's obvious she's been lightening herself for years." Others dragged her for rocking blonde hair so often, claiming she was trying to erase her blackness. The backlash was relentless. Meanwhile, Bey's defenders clapped back hard, pointing out that Beyoncé has always experimented with her style, from hair color to makeup, and that critics only come for her when she's winning. Some even argued that the obsession with her skin tone says more about the insecurities of the people talking than it does about Beyoncé herself. And let's be real, it's not just about hair or skin anymore, it's about power. Beyoncé has been dominating music, fashion, and culture for decades, and every time she steps into the spotlight, there's someone waiting to twist it into a scandal. Now with her father throwing his voice into the mix, the conversation just got even louder and way more heated. I mean, let's be real.
And that's a fact. Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey, J-Lo, all of those are extremely talented. It would be just ludicrous to think that Beyonce's talent doesn't take her above heights and levels. But it's also true, absolutely, that colorism and shade of color is a fact. I mean, you can't You can't deny it. You can't argue.
Beyoncé has always looked good, but when those photos of her in that platinum blonde hair and silver outfit hit the internet, people lost their minds. Some even said she looked almost like a white woman with black features. The conversation exploded, but many came to her defense, calling the bleaching talk a total reach, saying it was nothing but color theory at play. Between the blonde hair, the silver gown, the metallic backdrop, the lighting, her glam, and of course the inevitable photo editing, of course she was gonna look lighter than usual. Plus, let's not forget, Beyoncé has always been a lighter-skinned black woman. She herself has admitted to having some damage to her skin from years of spray tans and dyes. Even her makeup artist has spoken openly about how body makeup has become a regular part of her routine, sometimes even replacing tanning altogether. And Mama Tina? Oh, she was not having it. She clapped back hard at the haters, saying she does a film called Renaissance where the whole theme is silver. Silver hair, silver carpet, silver attire. Wow, and you bozos decide she's trying to be a white woman and bleaching her skin? How sad is that?
The comments I made on the book about racism is really based on factual data. And when you look back at the charts at Top 40 Radio, you'll see that the black women that have been successful with airplay were all of light complexion.
Right, because you had mentioned Mariah Carey, Rihanna,
Nicki
Minaj, and your kids.
and Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys and Beyonce and Solange.
It says others in the book, but
Right.
Tina went off, making it clear she's sick of people attacking her daughter every time she works her butt off, pointing out how it all comes down to jealousy, racism, sexism, and double standards. But even with Mama Tina defending her, the whispers didn't stop, especially after Beyoncé showed up at the 2025 Grammys looking noticeably lighter than her early Destiny's Child days. That only kept the debate alive. Now Matthew Knowles is stepping in again, and he's giving more context. He's admitted before that back in the industry, lighter-skinned artists were often given bigger budgets, better radio play, and more opportunities because of bias in Hollywood. He even admitted that part of Beyoncé's success was tied not only to her talent and hard work, but also to her lighter complexion. Still, he insisted Beyoncé has grown into her own power, standing her ground no matter what the industry says, just like how she's now making waves in country music despite people saying she doesn't belong there. Yet critics aren't letting up. They claim Beyoncé changes her aesthetic depending on the audience she's trying to capture.
Are all light-skinned and they all get pushed.
correct. And you being in the music industry, you know
Yeah.
that's valid.
Let me think. Lauryn Hill's fairly dark-skinned.
Yeah, there's exceptions, yeah.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, there's always
She hasn't been around in a
exceptions.
while.
Yeah.
What are the other exceptions?
Again, we said 15 years, so
Yeah, she was out.
She was excluded.
Yeah, exactly.
When she leaned into her urban sound, she rocked braids and no one said a word about her skin. Now in her Cowboy Carter era, she's serving more Eurocentric looks and the haters are screaming that she's pandering. But the Bayhive? They're standing 10 toes down saying Beyoncé is doing nothing wrong. She's just evolving like she always has. At the end of the day, it feels like people are desperate to find reasons to drag Beyoncé. Blonde hair isn't cultural appropriation. It's literally a natural trait across different ethnic groups. Real appropriation is about stealing from marginalized cultures, not picking a hair color. Some people just want to feel offended, so they invent outrage. Beyoncé looks phenomenal, period, but now I want to hear from you. Do you think this whole bleaching scandal has any weight to it, or is it just another excuse to hate on Queen Bey? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, smash subscribe, share this with your crew, and I'll catch you in the next one.